Okay. So,
Just trying to look relaxed.
you ready? You turn your phone on silent?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll just go through them and see how long it takes and then...
And it is.
Police.
Yeah.
Give better answers.
Yeah, say it again.
I'll do voiceovers afterwards,
Yeah.
with proper answers, good answers.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, hi Rich.
Hi,
Thank you for coming here today.
my pleasure.
So the first question is, what was your first impression of Michelle?
He thought I looked better than my picture on Tinder. But he also wasn't sure if it was me that was sat there.
Well, this is quite a funny sort of interesting slant, because the first impression we both had of each other was we didn't believe it was the right person.
Thought he was going to
So
pick up the phone call.
when I first walked into the bar, it was extremely dark, and neither of us could see particularly well in the dark. So when we looked over, single lady sitting there on her own, man walked in on his own, and we sort of both approached. Oh, she was sitting down, and I approached her very slowly, sort of waving gently, not sure if it was the right person, because her picture she'd put on the site on Tinder was her clutching a big bottle of wine. You've probably seen it yourself. She'd like to look a bit different, obviously wearing a different outfit and stuff.
A few years ago.
Hair was slightly different, and she looked at me, and I was a bit different from my picture. You know, there's always a bit of difference, isn't there? You know, I put one on, well, 20 years from now, I put my one on when I was 20, and so it's all. Both sort of waved at each other gently, and then I went, hi. She went, hi. Went, Richard, Michelle? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that was our very first impression. Is we didn't even recognise each other. It doesn't speak well of the sort of pictures people put on these sites, does it?
No. Okay, so where was your first kiss?
Oh. It was the first date, and we were in that same bar, but we went to like another part of the bar and sat on a sofa, and then he sort of was coming in and gave me a kiss, and he was pulling my hair, and I was like, oh, hello.
Where would Michelle say your first kiss was?
Our first kiss, I'm either proud or ashamed to say, I'm not sure what the answer is, on that very same night in that very same bar. A different area of the bar though.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would Michelle say that you love most about her?
Oh God. Maybe that I'm chilled and I laugh at his jokes, probably, and find him very funny and love him very much.
It's got to be, I'm not sure if I say this really because it's so cliche, but we've had this discussion a few times, and it's absolutely her personality, her humour, which struck me. Obviously, go back to the first question. The impression was, once I realised it was Michelle, I was blown away. I was like, I was absolutely stunning. So that was my very, very first impression. After obviously realised, thinking it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's just far too beautiful. Like, it can't be her really. So anyway, once we realised it was her,
Yeah.
and I was speaking to her, and her humour, we just clicked.
Yeah.
Absolutely straight away. It was so brilliant. It was sparks were flying. It was just really, and she doesn't think she's a funny person, but she makes me laugh all the time. So that's what keeps me coming back. And it's really cliche to say that, but that is probably what she would.
Okay.
I hope she thinks that anyway.
Okay. What would Michelle say that she loves most about you?
Oh, it's obvious humour. He makes me laugh. He does. Oh, can you pause
I
it 1
make
second?
her laugh.
I don't think anyone else finds this funny, but I say to him, he's funny, he's so funny, he's funny looking, he's funny smelling, He's funny tasting. No, he's not funny tasting. Sorry. He's just funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's certainly not our physical activities, i.e. going out running or walking or anything like that. I should caveat that by saying that's what I mean by physical activities. Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely our humour which keeps us laughing.
Yeah. Next question. So, what would Michelle say is your worst habit?
Oh, is it being like a cow? Okay. He sometimes like does this sort of thing when he's asleep but also awake, where it's like he's chewing the cud like a cow.
Oh, I've got many. But I told her actually, I nearly got a birthday card recently which said, I'm so pleased I finally met someone who I could annoy for the rest of my life. But I didn't get it because I wasn't sure if she would take that the right way. But I since spoke to her about it, she went, I would have found that quite funny. I think what it is when you first meet someone, you sort of you gloss over all those little annoyances, but they gradually build up and you realise what they are. I've got these really single forgetfulness. I really know because I forget stuff.
Yeah, he's mad.
I get the blame for moving stuff, and then I can't remember if I have moved it or not, so I instantly go into denial that I have moved it, even though I'm not entirely sure if I have moved it or not. Shouldn't really say that out loud, should I? That's evidence now. Another one is when I made this sort of chewing thing when I sleep, like a snoring chewing thing. I don't snore, I just sort of chew. That annoys me.
Okay.
So there's a couple of things there that are straight off the bat.
Don't give them all away. Okay, the next question is, what would Michelle say is her worst habit?
Snoring, probably. And I've had a few drinks.
Well, when she has a few drinks, she really snores. She might not like me to say that, but I've spoken about it before. Creates a bit of tension sometimes, but that's probably one thing. She doesn't like it because she doesn't think it's very feminine. I think we're taking a bit of a drink though. So that's probably the one of them. And she does know she's can be quite moody. You know, all the family says that. And she admits it herself. So
Yeah, and you've got to give her the baby belt, don't you?
Baby
belt.
She's got off them now. She doesn't like him anymore. That was always the little magic trick though, like
That's
wake
what
up,
made me
breakfast.
fat.
And that was like, started off with breakfast, then become lunch. And then she was having so much, she sort of went off.
Okay, what 3 words would you use to describe Michelle?
Oh God. It would probably say, I guess, funny, hopefully. I don't know. Lovely or something. And I was going to say punctual, I don't know why. Anti-punctual. What are they good qualities?
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh.
Not bad.
Oh, I can't think of another good one that you'd say. Laid back. Chilled.
Funny. She's caring. And she's actually, she wouldn't say this, but she's actually sweet-natured. She wouldn't agree to that at all. She'd go, oh, what are you talking about? To all 3 of them, basically, but that is the 3 that jump out to me.
Okay. And what 3 words would she use to describe you?
Funny, funny looking, funny smelling, funny tasting. I'll take that one back. Funny sounding,
Funny feeling.
funny feeling. He's funny. Funny, definitely. He's very caring, like so caring, and generous as well, I would say.
Annoying. Because obviously we went through a weight loss thing together, and of course being a man I dropped it almost instantly, you know. She was like really quite annoyed about that. She's like, to be struggling, she was not eating anything basically at that point, and she wasn't losing anything, and of course I just stopped eating like, you know, a chocolate bar a day or whatever it was, and I dropped like 3 stone. And so they're annoying, too skinny, and the forgetfulness.
It's a nice
Okay,
thing.
the next question. What's the weirdest thing that Michelle does?
Oh God. I'd go with the snoring again, but something to do with being untidy. Maybe. Yeah.
Weirdest thing. That's a question. I don't say she's got any particular weird habits. She.
Good answer.
You know, I mean, she might say she's got some weird things, like she likes to buy old stuff. But who doesn't like to buy old stuff?
Yeah,
you know,
old my tan.
things from your childhood, you past, you've seen. She does like to do rude crocheting occasionally, which is I find quite funny actually. Wouldn't say that's a weird thing though. And I can't think of a single weird thing she does.
That's good.
To be honest.
And what's the weirdest thing that you do? What would Michelle...
Oh God. Well, I would say the cow chewing thing, or weirdest thing. Weird.
Oh God. Oh dear. This doesn't
No,
bode
I'm
well.
just thinking that sometimes it's not really weird, but he sometimes says the wrong thing. Like, he means a nice thing, but he says it in a very bad way, and that isn't. Yeah, it gets taken the wrong way sometimes.
I'll say is the weirdest
Oh,
thing.
definitely what she refers to as chewing the cud.
Oh,
at night,
okay,
not
is that?
chewing.
Oh, I went too far.
So I can't stop us. I don't know what it is. I'm asleep when I'm doing it. So
Okay. What is your favourite body part of Michelle's?
Oh God. Oh, he'll say something like my smile or something like that, I think. Or my bum.
a face.
Oh.
Because when I see it and she's in a great, happy, vivacious mood, which she might not be, I'm not vivacious because she's like, well, what am I vivacious? Just and I see her in the mornings or something, and she's in a good sleep and brightens my day up. So I'd say that.
Okay. What is Michelle's favourite body part of yours?
Oh, I really like his pecs. His chestal area.
Chestals.
It's chesticles. It's chesticles. I don't think he'll say that, but.
I would say my hands because they bring her things. Well, that doesn't annoy her as well actually. Because I'm trying to lose weight. You keep bringing me stuff. I'll stop bringing stuff.
Okay. What?
No, I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
My chest.
Oh.
She'll absolutely say
Yeah.
my chest. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got it right.
What are your pet names for each other?
Oh, Pudsey. For me, and he's Bubsy.
Oh, easy. I'm Bubs. She's Puds.
No. Puds.
Yeah, short for pudding. She found that at the beginning. I said pudding, and she quite like that. So of course I'm Bubs, so I shorten it into Puds. So I shorten everything down.
Nice. Okay. What was the best present that Michelle ever gave you?
Ooh. not giving him very good presents actually, but oh gosh, I have given him good presents. Oh, what have I given him that's really good? I'm trying to be quick. God. Maybe I can't remember if he bought this himself. The big slipper, the heated big slipper. I don't know, something like that.
She's this is always a bit of a sore point because I'm always I don't want presents, don't need presents, you know, don't waste your time on it. But she's got me some beautiful stuff in the past, and it's all the stuff that's really blown me away. Is I always say this is the personal touch. So, for example, with my girls, I say, don't give me a present. If you want to give me anything, do me a homemade card. Make me a card up because it's personal touch. And when Meiji got me stuff in the past, she writes beautiful cards, always from the heart, always funny. They're really nice. I keep all of them. She gets me little knickknacks of things, you know, that I like from my childhood or, you know, past or something. So anything she gets which is thought behind it and a personal touch are my favourites. So she's got me plenty of those.
Okay. What is Michelle's most embarrassing moment? What would she...
My most... I was ready for what my favourite present was. Which is the table that's the same as the one that the Nutties have on Gogglebox. It's my favourite. Anyway, my most embarrassing moment. Oh God, maybe would it be the Russell Brand one? Yeah, the Russell Brand one.
So it's the most embarrassing moment.
There's many.
Maybe just a couple.
Unfortunately, they're mostly drink related, and it's when she's out with her friends or something, and actually not with me, to be honest. So they don't really have embarrassing moments together. I'm pleased to say. I think probably try and protect each other when we're out. So not that really works out. After a couple of drinks, we forget we're even there and disappear off. But we generally we have our most embarrassing moments separately.
Yes, that is.
Hers are absolutely when she feels like she's had too much drink, she said the wrong thing, she might have, you know, not said the wrong thing to the wrong people, could be around people like at work or something. So that's what I would say. When after a few drinks at work, it's generally the most embarrassing moments.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Napping, I would say.
What would Michelle say is your guilty
absolutely. Cake.
Oh,
Definitely
cake! Oh God!
Scones, jam,
Oh
cream
my
and
God!
jam.
I don't.
Scones. So there's a certain time that she always makes you laugh because I was going at these scones in this hotel and I actually forgot she was even there. So I was just smashing after a few glasses of fizz, and she couldn't help but a bit laughing and videoing because I was just going through.
I
was like,
wanted to video.
I actually forgot you was there.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Which celebrity would Michelle choose to join you in a threesome?
Ooh. Well, there's a recent one. Is this a recent one? Or, okay, there's this... Oh my God, you have to look him up on Instagram. Thor Bradley. But, okay. He might say someone else, old one. Brad Pitt, maybe. Johnny Depp. Tom Cruise. I've forgotten.
She's got a few.
Oh.
She's got a funny story about Russell Brand.
Oh, this is where I'm getting it wrong.
And it wasn't a glorious story. That's what makes me laugh about me. So her stories about meeting people are always really funny because you're like, I met Russell Brand at one of his concerts and I was just coming out the toilet. I said to Russell Brand, I've just come out the toilet. He went, oh, lovely.
So do you think it would be Russell Brand?
It might be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'd say if it did, I would just make a turkey sandwich, I think.
Leave him to it. Okay, which celebrity would Michelle say you'd choose to join you in a threesome?
Oh God, there is one. Who is it? Oh, Natty Imbruglia, but only before she was 40. Honestly, he's ageist.
I've got this thing. She said, "Who's your favourite?" I said, "I haven't really got any." She went, "Name one." I said, "All right, Natalie Imbruglia." And she went, "I've been Natalie Imbruglia."
Okay.
But then she's had them ages now, because every time I see Natalie Imbruglia now, I'm like, "Do you like Natalie?" She said, "No, she's over 40 now, she's a bit older." Yeah. Oh, you're so ageist.
Okay, what is Michelle's absolute favourite meal?
Oh God, I think I'd say pasta and pesto, or spaghetti bolognese, or I feel like none of these are right. Oh God. Yeah, pasta and pesto, I think.
What would she say?
She does love a Japanese meal.
Oh well, that's...
Yeah, she's because she's on a diet at the minute. The only thing she can suffer, which she still enjoys, is sashimi. Not sushi, because you get the rice with it, but sashimi. So she does love, and she gets a nice Japanese takeaway as well. So
That's when I'm on a diet.
the other thing, she does love beige food.
Yeah.
So she loves beige food of one description, so roast dinner or something. But if it was going to be a special meal, then I'll probably say a Japanese meal she really likes.
Well, yeah, lately. Yeah, fair enough.
Who said I love you first?
Oh, he must have done, I think. I can't actually even remember, but I think so. I mean, I do remember.
We both held off saying this actually. I don't know, it wasn't that long, but we were both hesitant because we both feel like wasn't sure what the reaction was going to be, even though we were pretty much sure what it was going to be. But I think it would have probably been me.
Yeah. He doesn't know either.
Who wears the trousers in the relationship?
I think he'd say I do, but he might. I hope he thinks that sometimes he can put his foot down and then I'll be like, oh, okay. But let's see what he says.
I do when she's not there. But other than that, well, I think we share the trousers at least.
Share them.
What would Michelle be most likely to end up in jail for?
Oh, I think fraud. Oh, or like murdering. Is he going to say murdering? No, I don't think he's going to say murdering. Just because I like true crime. There's no reason why. He just knows I like true crime. I think fraud would be my thing.
Oh, drunk and disorderly.
If Michelle had to take one thing to a desert island, what would she take?
Probably a bed or a duvet or a blanket of some sort. No. I don't know.
If I did have a thought, just the last question again, it could be for theft. Which might not like this because she does love picking up a little knick-knack occasionally when she's at a hotel. Not that she's ever done that, of course, for anyone who's watching this from
never, ever.
from law enforcement. Yeah, so that's the last question. So if you repeat that question again.
If Michelle had to take one thing to a desert island, what would she take?
Some music player, and obviously probably a phone to play music. Even the phone didn't do anything else. She'd have all the music on there she likes, and the phone could play music at the same time.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it run out of battery pretty quickly, but she has to have music.
She'll have it for a little bit, a few hours. Okay, what's the scariest thing about marrying Michelle?
Oh. That he's going to say my name wrong, maybe.
I I can't think of a single thing that's good about Mary and Richelle. You probably know, but I was both pretty soon after we first met. She quite rightly said, well, not too sure, it's very early days. So I was pretty sure from the very beginning, like, she was the one for me. And I had no doubt. She asked me to wait a bit. I waited, proposed again. And to this day, I've got no qualms or concerns about marrying her.
And what would she say is the scariest thing about marrying you?
Him saying my name wrong.
She's got, I don't think she's got any concerns. She did have, the only thing she did worry about is that she's reads these horror stories about people getting married and then being entitled to property and things like that, and forced her flames and pride and joy. And she worried. She said, "What if you get married and you take the flat?" I said, "I don't think that's possible, is it?" So anyway, I said, "Don't worry, I've heard about these things called a prenup." So, and I'll get my own entry. Okay, right. So I spoke to this solicitor lady, and the lady said, "Oh yes, okay. So let me ask you a few questions." She went, "What are you trying to protect?" I said, "Well, Michelle's trying to protect her flat." She went, "Well, how much is that worth?" I went, "X amount." She went, "Oh." And how much is the mortgage left? She went, "Oh." And what are you trying to protect? I said, "A pension maybe." She went, "How much is that worth?" I went, "X amount." She went, "Oh." And I thought, I'm about to get a reality check. She went, "Well, let me put it like this. When people have a prenup, it's not because they're worth millions. And not quite what you're both worth. And you'll pay the same amount whether you've got millions or whether you've got what you guys have got.
Yeah.
So generally, I'd say it's probably not worth your while." So I was like, "Oh, okay, well, thank you very much for your time." So rather chastised, I hung up and I said to Mish, "Yeah, I don't think they've got worries. I'm like that. Sure, no, fair enough then."
He keeps joking how he's going to take the flat though.
Okay. And last, any advice for the hens and your bride-to-be?
Any advice he'd give to the hens and the bride-to-be? Don't get too drunk, probably. Behave yourself. Don't behave yourself.
Yes, please stop her embarrassing herself tonight. See, she hasn't got another bad memory too worried about. She's the best drunk ever. She says this, right? She's grossly sober. She's great when she's had a few drinks. But she does wake up sometimes with some regrets about things she might have said or people remember. No one remembers any of this stuff. But it's her own personal thoughts about the night before. So as a collective group, just agree to have a memory wipe the next day. Whatever happens on the Hindu stays in the Hindu. And any evidence you might have had any embarrassing moments, just cut. But I would say she's always asked that for a Hindu, can she have a giant blow-up inflatable willy that she'd walk about with proudly.
I'm sure we'll sort it out. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's the best. Oh, that was so lovely.
No, did you know we'd already bought one?
Yay! I'd already told you, I'd already specified.
Brilliant.
Oh.